All right, guys, so we are all done with our digital trifolds for the year. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing your selection and comprehension test review. And then after we work on those, you guys are going to spend the rest of your ELA time working on your 5 things. So let's go ahead and go over your selection test first. You guys did these in your breakout rooms. We're going to now check to see how many questions you guys got correct. All right. All right. Okay, read the dictionary entry below. Adjective, serious. Adjective, having great meaning or value. Which of the following words is defined above? Go ahead and put it in the chat. Do you guys think that it is A, capable, B, healthy, C, important, or D, right? No, you don't need to turn it in. Thank you for letting me know, Eva. Yes, make sure you guys are all participating, please. All right, I see lots of C's. Important, very good. Something that is serious or something that has great value or meaning is important. For example, let's say that you want to play with your mom or dad, and then they say, I'm sorry, I'm in a really important meeting right now, okay? I need you to go and play outside for a little bit by yourself, okay? If they say something, they're in a really important meeting, they have to be really serious right now. Maybe they have to have their camera on and they're talking to their boss, so that it's a very serious moment, okay? Or what if we say something that is very important to us, like, let's say that you're going to sleep over at your grandparents' house and you forgot to bring your toy or your doll. And you say, well, it's really important that we go back and get it because it has great meaning to me. It has great value to me. When I'm feeling lonely, I like to play with it so that I'm not as lonely anymore, so that I can sleep at night. So it's very important to you, it has great meaning. Now, which word best completes this sentence? Cars and computers are blank, people use every day. Go ahead and put it in the chat again. Which word best completes this sentence? Cars and computers are blanks, people use every day. Are they customs, materials, machines, or supplies? I can see lots of G's for machines. Very good. Machines. Cars and computers are machines people use every day. Cars and computers are machines. Machines are usually tools that we turn on for power and are useful in a specific way. So for example, a car is a machine that when you turn on, it takes you from one place to another. Computers are a machine that when you turn on, they are able to allow us to get onto the internet so that we can research, so that we can go onto our Zoom meeting, so we can attend class, so we can do homework. Very good. Number 3, what does prepare mean? If you are preparing for something, are you studying, getting ready, organizing, or following directions? Thank you. I like that. I see Maylee. I see Russell participating. I see a 449934 participating. I see Eva participating. I see Ava participating. Russell, Maylee, 449934. Very good. B, to get ready. If you're preparing for something, then you're getting ready. So all of those other things can mean to prepare, but the best answer is to get ready. For example, if you are preparing for a test, you might be studying, but what you're doing is you're actually getting ready for it. Or if you're preparing to go on a big trip, you might be organizing all your clothes, but what are you ultimately doing? You're getting ready to go on this trip. You're getting ready. You're getting all your clothes, you're your toothbrush, your toothpaste, your pillow. You're getting it all ready so that you guys can go on a trip. Maybe your parents are preparing you guys dinner or breakfast or lunch. If they are preparing lunch, they're getting ready so that you have all your ingredients. Maybe they're preparing a sandwich and they're getting the sandwich, the peanut butter, the jelly. They're getting it all ready. They're preparing it so that when it's lunchtime, it's ready to eat for you. If you repair something, what are you doing? If you have a bicycle you need to repair, what are you doing? If your computer is broken and you need to repair it, what is that called? Repairing something is fixing it. Very good. H, fixing it, fixing. Number 5, which of the following words is defined below? Something that happens because of something else. Something that happens because of something else. So for example, let's say that you were playing around the house and you left your empty cup on the table, and then you started to play pillow fight, and then you knocked the cup down. So because you left the cup there and you're playing pillow fight and your pillow hit the cup, your cup was knocked down, and then it broke all over the place. Or let's say that you were sleeping in class and you fell asleep in class and you weren't paying attention. So then because of that, you didn't do very well on your test. What is that called? Something that happens because of something else is called the result. The result. It is an effect. We've talked about cause and effect because you weren't paying attention. The effect was you got a negative dojo point. Another word for effect is the result. Sometimes we might ask you like what your results were on in a test or in a game. Your parents might ask you, what was your result? Oh, what was your result on your selection test? Oh, I got 100%. Oh, that's a good result. Good job. You got 100% because you were paying attention. Awesome. Number 6, which word best completes this sentence? I will observe an ant farm for this blank experiment. I will observe an ant farm for this blank experiment. What kind of experiment would this be? If you're observing something, like maybe we're seeing how the ants get along, or what kind of sand ants like best, or what kind of food ants eat, that would be considered very good. A scientific experiment. Number 7, which word means the act of searching to discover new things? For example, if you are searching for a new land, or maybe you're searching to discover a new vaccine for coronavirus, or maybe you're searching to discover a new insect or animal. Very good. You are exploring. You're exploring a subject so that you can learn more about it. And hopefully while you explore, you can find something new. Like you guys might go on an exploration in the forest to see if you can find any new plants. Number 8, this is the last vocabulary question. What does teamwork mean? Does that mean working together, working on your own, working to win a game, or working to explore new places? Very good. What does teamwork mean? Working together. Now, some of you guys might think it's H, working to win a game, but teamwork doesn't always mean winning a game. Sometimes when you guys think of teamwork, you guys think of like sports teams, and you might think, oh, well, we want to work as a team so we can win. Well, that's not always the case. You guys can work as a team in class. Like I had you guys in breakout rooms, and you needed to work together to answer the questions. I know Eva was saying that only half of you guys in your breakout room were working as a team. So there's 3 of you who were not working as a team, and then 3 of you were working as a team. Okay, or let's say that you use teamwork to clean your room. Maybe you have siblings or your parents or your cousins helped you clean up the house so that you guys can, go out for ice cream later. You were working together. You were using teamwork so that you can clean the house faster. All right, these next 5 questions are going to have to do with the story Astronaut Handbook. All of the following are kinds of astronauts except blank. Okay, so remember, this has to do with the story we read yesterday. Those who conduct experiments, those who fly space shuttles, those who repair satellites, those who go camping. All of the following are kinds of astronauts except what? Well, let's see. We do need astronauts to be able to conduct experiments in space. We do need an astronaut who knows how to fly the space shuttle so they can get to space. We know we need someone who can repair the satellites, the engineers, so that if something breaks in space, they can fix it. But we don't need astronauts who go camping. Just because you go camping does not make you an astronaut. And that is not a kind of astronaut. Very good. Number 2, why is the special plane called the Vomit Comet? Ooh, remember that special plane we learned about in our book? If you can't remember,
it can make you feel sick.
Very good. Let me see if I can actually open it up for you guys. So remember, you need astronauts who can fly the shuttle. You need astronauts who can do scientific experiments to see like how plants grow in space. And you need astronauts who can repair satellites. So here's our answer for that first question.
You've done the hard stuff, and now it's time to have some fun. A special plane nicknamed the Vomit Comet will take you high in the sky and then zoom back down. As a result, you'll be able to float. It might upset your stomach, but you'll get the hang of it.
So there's a special plane called the Vomit Comet that shoots you really up in the sky and then zooms back down. So then because it's zooming back down, you're able to float inside the plane. And because you're actually going so fast, it makes people's stomachs kind of feel queasy. So like if you guys have ever been to like an amusement park, and maybe you've heard, or maybe you've seen on TV, when people go on like something that spins really, really fast or goes up and down really, really fast, they start to get really sick. Or maybe you're in a car and your parent or someone might feel like they're getting car sick because there's like a lot of hills. And then they end up vomiting, right? They end up throwing up. So that's why it's called the Vomit Comet, because they get this upset stomach because they're going so fast, and it's kind of they're getting dizzy and nauseous, and then they end up puking. So why is the special plane called the Vomit Comet? Because it can make you feel sick. Very good. It can make you feel very sick. Your stomach gets upset. Number 3, what do astronauts eat for dessert in space? Let's see if we can reread that answer.
Freeze-dried ice cream.
Very good.
You'll also need to pick the food you'd like to eat while in space. It's important to have a balanced diet to stay strong during your trip. You can even have dessert, such as freeze-dried ice cream.
Ooh, so here's the freeze-dried ice cream. This looks like it says orange juice. This looks like shrimp. This looks like there are peaches in a can. This looks like it says cereal. Ooh. So what do astronauts eat for dessert in space? Freeze-dried ice cream. It's not liquid ice cream because that would if you get liquid ice cream, that would get everywhere. It needs to be freeze dried so it doesn't float and make a mess. Okay, last two questions. And then we're going to move on to your comprehension. Why do spacesuits have 7 inside layers?
And here's what your spacesuit will look like. TV camera, portable life support system backpack, or to rotate, made from fiberglass and steel. Display and control module. Spacesuit weighs 280 pounds on Earth. Glove. Lower torso assembly, or
Okay, right here, it's coming
LTA,
up.
made from soft insulation, rubber. Boot. Spacesuit has 12 layers. The 7 inside layers protect astronauts from extreme temperatures.
Ooh, spacesuits have 12 layers. The 7 inside layers protect the astronaut from extreme temperatures because it could get very, very hot. It could be very, very cold. So why do spacesuits have 7 inside layers? To protect astronauts from extreme temperatures, to help astronauts float in space, to reflect the rays of the sun, or to fit snugly. What do you guys think the answer is? Put it in the chat.
F.
Very good. Go ahead and put it in the chat. Very good, Russell. To protect astronauts from extreme temperatures. If you're not sure of the answer, go back and check. Reread the story if you need to. Okay, last question. What is the topic of astronaut handbook? It tells how someone prepares to become an astronaut. It tells how astronauts prepare for a flight. It describes the food astronauts eat. It describes what astronauts wear. What is the best answer?
It tells how someone prepares to become an astronaut.
Very good. It tells how someone prepares to become an astronaut. It gives you all the steps you need so that you are ready to become an astronaut. It's like a handbook to become, it's a book to tell you how you can become a how-to book. It's how you can become an astronaut. All right, guys, you guys did a wonderful job on that. What we're going to be doing now is we are going to be reviewing for your comprehension test. And for the sake of time, we're actually going to do it together. You don't need to turn it in. It's not a turning in kind of assignment. You guys can review it. I would love if you guys reviewed your test. Okay, we are going to be reading the story Dog Sled Racing for your test tomorrow. You guys are going to unmute. You guys are going to say it in the chat again. You guys will talk it through in the chat. Okay, before I even read the story, I'm going to go ahead and read the questions, okay? Underline the sentence in the paragraph that best states the main idea of the article. So here we have this paragraph. Which sentence best states the main idea? Number 2, they must be strong and fast and active. The word active has the root word act, which means to do. So which word describes an active sled dog? And which other word also has the root word act in it? Act. Number 3, lead dogs are like captains of the dog team. The word captains has the Latin root cap, which means head. Ooh, kind of think of like a cap that you wear on your head. What does the word captains mean in the sentence then? So it's like the head person, the head dog. Pick 2 things that are true about both sled dogs and mushers. So you have to pick 2. And then question number 5, this is the last question. Which of the following best explains why mushers must know their dogs well? And which sentence from the article best supports your answer in part A? All right, let's read about dog sled racing. Dog sled racing is a popular sport in the far north. Groups of dogs pull a sled over snow and ice. A person called the musher drives the sled and directs the dogs. It is a team effort. Ooh, that was the first question. The first question asked us about what the main idea of this story is going to be about. And this week, our theme this entire week was about how to be a team player and how to work as a team and how to use teamwork. Nicholas, do not do that in the chat. The sled dogs. Most sled dogs are Alaskan Huskies, which are strong and have thick fur that helps them stay warm in cold weather. Huskies also love to run. Sled dogs must have certain traits. They must get along with other dogs and be hard workers. They must be strong and fast and active. Ooh, remember that word, active. Finally, they must have great endurance to run long distances without getting tired. The team. Dog sled teams have from 8 to 16 dogs. The dogs are attached to the sled in pairs by a rope. The dogs are lined up in order according to their jobs. The two dogs at the front of the group are the lead dogs. Ooh. Okay, remember we learned about the captains in the questions? Lead dogs are like the captains of the dog team. They have been trained to know their musher's commands. Okay, so a captain is the lead dog. They are the leaders. Point dogs are right behind the lead dogs. They help the leads. The dogs in the middle are team dogs. They supply power. And the dogs closest to the sled are called wheel dogs. They are large and strong. They help keep the sled on the trail. The mushers stand on a light sled and give directions to the dogs by calling out certain words. So let's all pretend like we're sled dog mushers. Ready? We're gonna hold on to our railings and we're gonna give commands. Hike. Hike means go. So now our sled dogs are going. Hike, go. Okay, now we want to turn right. So we're gonna say gee. Turn to the right. Gee. Okay, now we're going to say ha, which means turn left. Ha, turn left. And then when we want to stop, we're going to say whoa, whoa. Okay, let's see how well you guys remember those. Okay, ready? Hike. Ha, go left. Gee, go right. Whoa, stop. Very good. The race is on. Dog sled races are usually 30 to 1,000 miles long. Mushers know their dogs well. If a dog gets overtired or hurt, the musher stops. The dog gets a ride on the sled to the next stopping point. There, vets take care of any animals that need help. In a long race, all the teams that finish can feel like winners. At the finish line, the dogs get hugs and treats. Then they go home to relax for a bit. After all, they must rest up for the next race. All right, let's answer these questions. Underline the sentence in the paragraph that best states the main idea of the article. So remember, our whole week, we have been working on teamwork, right? So let's see, which one of these talks about teamwork? Dog sled racing is a popular sport in the far north. Groups of dogs pull a sled over snow and ice. A person called the musher drives the sled and directs the dog. It is a team effort. Which of those tells us something about working as a team? Which sentence? Do 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 do. Nobody? You can unmute for this one. Underline which sentence in the paragraph best states the main idea of the article. Very good. Ava and Russell, you are correct. The last sentence. It is a team effort. This whole week, we've been learning about teamwork. So we are learning about how these dogs are using teamwork to help push their sled. This question has two parts. First, answer part A, then answer part B. Read the sentence from the article. They must be strong and fast and active. The word active has the root act, which means to do. So they have to be doing something all the time. They have to be strong and fast, and they have to be doing something. And what is that thing that they're doing? They're running. The word active has the root word act, which means to do. Which word describes an active sled dog? Would an active sled dog be angry, busy, calm, or lazy? Which of those would be the
Busy.
best answer?
Busy.
Busy. Very good. They want to be busy. They don't want to be angry, because sometimes if you're angry, you don't work as a team. You don't want to be calm. They got to be running. They got to be fast. They don't want to be lazy. If you're lazy, then you're not being very fast and you're not being very strong. So we want them to be busy. They're busy, running really, really fast. Which other word also has the root word act in it? So something that means to do. Which one has the word act? A-C-T.
Action.
Action. And if you think about action, like if you ever watch a movie and they go, ready, set, action. That means to do, they're now starting the acting. They are now acting out the part in the movie. Number 3, lead dogs are like captains of the dog team. The word captains has the Latin root cap, which means head. What does the word captains mean in the sentence? They are the lead dogs. So what does captains mean?
Leaders.
They are the
Leaders.
leaders. Very good. We use context clues for that. Captains, which means head, can also mean lead. They're the lead dogs. They are the leaders. They're leading the rest of the dog pack. Number 4, pick 2 things that are true about both sled dogs and mushers. Okay, so which works for both sled dogs and mushers? So you wouldn't say that they love to run. Yes, sled dogs must love to run, but are the mushers running? No, the mushers are telling the dogs where to go, but they're just standing on a sled. They're not really moving. They're not running for sure. So which of those would tell us both, which would both explain a sled dog and a musher?
They try to help the team.
Very good. The sled dogs try to help the team by doing their specific job. And the musher is trying to help their team too. They're trying to make sure that they are staying on the sled. They're trying to make sure that they can tell the dog where to go. They're trying to tell the dog, they're trying to help the lead dog know the commands. So they both try to help the team. And there's one more answer.
They work very hard.
Very good. They work very hard. They work very hard. The sled dogs work very hard and the mushers work very hard. Last question, and then if we have time, we'll watch a little short clip on mushers and sled dogs. Which of the following best explains why mushers must know their dogs well? So they know to stop if a dog is overtired or hurt. So they know the best dog treats to feed their dogs. So they know where the vet is after the race is over. So they know who the strongest dog on the team is. Which of the following best explains why mushers must know their dogs well?
So they know to stop if a dog is overtired or
Very
hurt.
good. They need to make sure that they can see. If you don't know a dog very well, you don't know if they're hurt. But like, for example, like you might be really, really sick and your parents might know right away, hey, are you not feeling well? You seem like you're a little quieter today, or you seem like you're sniffling, or your eyes look a little red. Your parents know you really well, and that's why they know if when you're sick or not. So Mushers need to know if how their dogs are doing. If all the dogs are running and they notice that one dog is panting a little bit harder, or maybe it's limping, they need to know their dog super well, so that if their dog is really, really tired, or if their dog is hurt, they need to be able to stop so that they can help that dog out. Now, which sentence from the article best supports our answer for part A? Which one has to do with the dog being overtired or hurt?
If a dog
Yeah.
gets overtired or hurt, the musher stops.
Very good. And look at all of these repeated words. Dog gets overtired or hurt. Dog is overtired or hurt. The musher stops. They know to stop. So all of those repeated words helps us know that B is the best answer. Awesome, guys. We have about 5 more minutes, which means that we're not going to have time to go over your 5 things. So you guys are going to need to do your 5 things independently today. Your practice spelling, practice vocabulary, grammar, mechanics, and selfie writing. However, we will watch a fun little video on dog sled.
When you're on the sled and you're going and it's just quiet and you can just hear the dogs running and like the little clatter of the buckles and the clicks, I think that's the most peaceful thing for me. My name is Shayna Hammond. I'm 14. I've probably been racing for about 2 years.
I like to run the dogs because it's my escape from the world. It gives me my 2, 3, 4 hours at a time where I can literally forget all of it, everything. I don't take a cell phone, I don't check email, it doesn't matter what's going on anywhere else. Generally, I like the dogs better than I like most people. The rodeo run is a 2-day dog sled race. Each team will race 2 days in a row on the same trail. We'll take time each day and add those times together, and the total time will determine the winner. Fastest time wins.
That's a good one. You gonna run good for Shayna, huh?
It's an awesome thing. The dogs are doing what they were bred to do. They love to run, and people that say, oh, that's not nice, you let your dogs pull and run. All you have to do is show them a harness, they just go nuts. They're so excited to run, they love it.
They have to have this great desire to travel. They have to have great appetites. They have to have tough feet.
When most people think of sled dog, they think of the pretty fluffy ones with the blue eyes and the pointed ears. We actually run what they call Alaskan Huskies. They have been bred with greyhounds and Salukis and German short-haired pointers and Irish setters. Anything you can think of to make that husky just a little bit faster.
We kind of like doing short, fast races, finishing with the dogs on a warm truck or even in the house. Our dogs all sleep in the house with us, and all 15 of them. And I kind of like that. Nothing against Iditarod or the distance races, but these short races, I just really love them.
Huskies are mischievous, they're troublemakers, they're high energy, they're smart. I've met some that are people in dogs' clothes. Huskies just have something about them. They have a brain and you can talk to them. They're not just pets. They're working dogs, and any dog that gets to do what it's been bred to do, it's a pleasure to watch. They know. That's part of what it is with Huskies. It's normal for them to howl after dinner. It's normal for them to howl first thing in the morning and right before they go to bed. But as to why they chose that moment, you go ask them.
All right, guys, that is our time. So you guys are going to come back at 10:15. I do need I know Dimitri, you came back at 12 o'clock, so thank you. I do need to make sure that Kendall, Jason, I think Dimitri, you still have a couple more things. And Dan, oh, actually, this might be an old one. Yes, I need Kendall, Dimitri, Jason, Daniel, and Jewels. You guys need to be working on some of that missing work, all right?